Hey everyone! Welcome to a special Easter episode of Family Moments, where we use really cool object lessons
that teach the truth about what matters most.
Exactly. And today, we're going to have some fun with this.
What are those? Wet marbles?
No, they're not wet marbles. What they are is...
They look kind of like tapioca.
Well, no, they're not tapioca either. What they are is
Oh, they're those flavored balls you find in boba tea.
Boba tea?
Yeah, I just happen to have some right here. Ah, delicious. What else are we gonna eat?
Ow, brother. Hey kids, Pastor Robbie here, along with my lovely assistant and wonderful daughter, Sadie.
Hello.
And today, we're going to have some fun learning about the road to Emmaus.
The road to Emmaus? I thought this was an Easter episode. You know, with the cross and the tomb and Jesus rising from the dead and stuff.
Well, it is, but I thought we'd cover something just a little different, like what happened right after the cross, the tomb, and Jesus rising from the dead.
Oh, like what? Easter eggs and chocolate bunnies?
No. I'm talking about a story called The Road to Emmaus.
I've heard of that before, but I can't remember what it's about.
No problem. I was just about to read it to you. You can find it in Luke 24, verses 13 through 35. It goes like this. Now that same day, two of them were going to a village called Emmaus, about 7 miles from Jerusalem. They were talking with each other about everything that had happened. As they talked and discussed these things with each other, Jesus himself came up and walked along with them, but they were kept from recognizing him.
They didn't recognize him?
Now, for some reason, they didn't know it was him. And he asked them, "What are you discussing together as you walk along?" They stood still, their faces downcast. One of them, named Cleopas, asked him, "Are you the only one visiting Jerusalem who does not know the things that have happened there in these days?" "What things?" he asked. "About Jesus of Nazareth," they replied. "He was a prophet, powerful in word and deed before God and all the people. The chief priests and our rulers handed him over to be sentenced to death, and they crucified him. But we had hoped that he was the one who was going to redeem Israel. And what is more, it is the third day since all of this took place. In addition, some of our women amazed us. They went to the tomb early this morning but didn't find his body. They came and told us that they had seen a vision of angels who said he was alive. Then some of our companions went to the tomb and found it just as the women had said, but they did not see Jesus." He said to them, "How foolish you are and how slow to believe all that the prophets have spoken. Did not the Messiah have to suffer these things and then enter his glory?" And beginning with Moses and all the prophets, he explained to them what was said in all the scriptures concerning himself. As they approached the village to which they were going, Jesus continued on as if he were going farther. But they urged him strongly, "Stay with us, for it is nearly evening. The day is almost over." So he went in to stay with them. When he was at the table with them, he took bread, gave thanks, broke it, and began to give it to them. Then their eyes were opened, and they recognized him, and he disappeared from their sight.
What in the world?
They asked each other, "Were not our hearts burning within us while he talked with us on the road and opened the scriptures to us?" They got up and returned at once to Jerusalem. There they found the 11 and those with them assembled together and saying, "It is true. The Lord has risen and has appeared to Simon." Then the two told what had happened on the way and how Jesus was recognized by them when he broke the bread.
Wow, what a story! Jesus was right in front of them the whole time, and they didn't even recognize him.
It sounds like a lot of people in today's world. Let me demonstrate this for you with a little object lesson I like to call, "I Can See Clearly Now." And all we're going to need is a vase filled with Orbeez balls, some water, and a message.
A message? Where's the message?
It's right here under this vase. Can't you read it?
Well, no, all those Orbeez balls are in the way.
Well, this vase is kind of like our eyes, and those Orbeez balls are kind of like the distractions of the world. Sometimes we need to take a fresh look at things with this fresh water, and we'll discover Jesus was there all along, right in front of our very eyes. See?
That's amazing and so simple.
Yes, first off, it's so exciting to know that Jesus actually rose from the dead. And secondly, it's important that we read our Bible and really learn and understand the scriptures.
And it's probably important to always be on the lookout for Jesus, even in our everyday life.
Exactly. Learning to keep our eyes open for Jesus every day is a beautiful thing. So, Sadie, what did you learn today?
I learned that Jesus really did rise from the dead, and that he appeared to people like the guys on the road to Emmaus, where he explained about the truth and the predictions in the Bible.
Exactly.
And just like the story where their eyes were opened, we need to keep our eyes open for Jesus every day too. And we'll find he's right there in front of us.
Very good.
Now, I was just thinking about another little object lesson that actually involves tapioca. I like to call it, don't blow it off, blow it out.
Ow, brother. How's it work?
Well, I've got this little bowl of tapioca and this straw, and I'll put some of the tapioca inside the straw, like this. Okay, now, if I just showed you the straw, you'd never know that Jesus is right there in front of you. But the best way to find Jesus isn't to blow it off, you've got to blow it out, like this. See?
Huh?
See?
Yeah, very nice. Why don't you stick with the boba tea?
Okay, if you say so.
We'll see you around.